Hello, my name is Joshua, and I'd like to say thank you for viewing this video and subsequently visiting my channel. This video is going to be very brief. Honestly, it's a request rather than a presentation. So I am writing a novel, and I would like some feedback on it. And so if there are anyone out there in my viewership that would like to read existential fiction, that I would say that it's experimental fiction. Already one of my viewers have read the manuscript and given me some feedback on it, and I have promptly taken that feedback and revised it and done other things to it. And I would just like to get a few different opinions because the novel is not like a typical novel. It definitely features a story, but its story is definitely interwoven and integrated in philosophical take on philosophical um, the evolution of philosophy and social political ideas across Western history. So it is just as much about the story as it is about a story of the evolution of Western philosophy and mythology. And so um, that's a lot of what's going on in it. It's kind of technically complicated in certain ways, but it's all there in metaphor and analogy and explicit factual language, so that it's less of something of trying to come to a definite conclusion on things truly, and more as something where it's trying to get people to consider and think things, a lot like my YouTube channel. It just does it in a story format. And so, if there are any individuals out there who would be willing to read it and give me some feedback, just let me know, and I will give you my email, and we can be in greater contact through email. So that's all I wanted to say in this video. Need some readers, and so if you're willing to do that, it is relatively long, I think, at this point in time, that the manuscript is 400 pages to 300 pages long. I will have it finished by June because I have to ship it out at that point in time, but I'm fairly neurotic as a writer, and so I would just like some insight. And so, um, with that said, though, there's going to be a disclaimer. It's not friendly to anyone's ideas. So, it's not really trying to single any ideas out, but it's not being friendly to any dominant ideas. So whether you're Christian, interested in critical race theory, feminism, or whatever, classical philosophy, Aristotle or Plato, or any and everything that's been a part of Western history, it's going to not exactly. It's going to try and show where it's short, or its genealogy, or something. It's just being picky and obnoxiously a gadfly in certain ways, because I don't think that's really a part of Western culture, really, um, because it's supposed to be more of a historic reflection on modernity. And so it's something that's trying to marry the past with the present, because I feel that a great historic sense has been lost in Western culture. And as we understand history, it's kind of being revised and narrowed to a certain kind of lens where um, what it means to be Western and Western history is multifarious and complicated and whatnot. So, anyways, yeah. With that said, it is what it is, and it's not really. They're not. There are my ideas, but they're not. It's not a story about me or what I think or something like that. It's more like a satire and things like that. It's a lot more. You'll just have to read it to see it, but it's a satirical thing. But that doesn't mean it's not to be taken seriously at the same time. It's a lot like how I give presentations. There's a lot of caveats and nuances to what I say, and there's a lot of caveats and nuances to what's presented in the story. And so that's how I'm writing it. And so I want to see if people get the point, and I want to get feedback so that I can direct the arrow more straight and true, because to be honest, this is my first novel. I've never written a novel before, and um, I do have two publishing companies lined up to uh, review it, and I want to make sure that there are some other real people that would actually read it and can tell and can give me some feedback and understand what's going on in it, because I want to be a creative and intellectual professional. So thank you. That's all I want to say in this video, and so thank you for watching.